Hi, good morning, everybody. How are you? Hello, Jess. Great to have you here. What the junk? I recognize you. AMP Academy, I recognize you as well. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Smile Piles, great to have you here. Hello, hello. I am Tracy Black of don'tmesswithmama.com. Can you guys hear me okay? Just want to make sure. Hello, hi. Angela just joined. Awesome. So, like I said, I'm Tracy Black, loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you, Chelsea. I'm Tracy Black over at don'tmesswithmama.com, and thank you so much for the hearts. That just shows me the love, and I appreciate you doing that. We've got Nancy from Ontario. Good morning. Jennifer from Texas. Meredith. Hello, Meredith. Awesome. If you guys can go ahead and share with your followers by swiping from left to right or from bottom to top if you're on an Android, I'd really appreciate that. Hello, YL6181. Lots of smiley faces. Good morning and happy Monday. Thanks you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're going to continue on with our 14-day series all about the Premium Starter Kit. If you guys have not yet visited my blog, would love for you to do that. I actually just created a faux pine salt recipe. Hi, Sherry. Mr. Mitch over from Illinois. My favorite oil today. Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot about Stress Away. But on my blog, I have a whole bunch of do-it-yourself recipes, tutorials on how to use essential oils. Like I said, I just created a pine sol recipe, which is fantastic. I love the smell of pine. And I've got a bunch of recipes as well on, real food eating, how to live a more natural lifestyle, how to make healthy swaps. So definitely would love for you guys to go check it out. Love your blog. Thank you so much, Nancy. You rock. Charleston Jane, hello. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to talk about my favorite oil. And the reason why we're doing this whole series, this is the Premium Starter Kit. If you guys are totally new to essential oils and don't know what I'm talking about, so Young Living is, they're just amazing. The best essential oils that you can find out there. You like to use Stress Away every morning on their diffuser bracelets. That's a great idea, Naomi, especially before school, right? So Young Living is just amazing, the best essential oils that you can get out there. And if you don't already have them, go ahead and send me a message at Don't Mess With Mom on Twitter, and I would be happy to introduce you to them. So the best way to get started with essential oils, of course, is with a Premium Starter Kit. Hi, Brenda from Indiana. Good to have you here. And so what we're doing is, I know it's really overwhelming when you get your oils. There are 11 oils in this kit, as you can see here. And Stress Away is kind of hidden here. I know it's really overwhelming when you get the kit. You sort of look at all the oils and think, what do I do with all of them? And so that's the whole point of this series. So if you go to catch.me and look for me at Don't Mess With Mom, I've got a video a day, a Periscope a day on each of the different oils. Body spray, must share recipe. You know what? A body spray is really easy. Just get a spray bottle, fill it with water, maybe a little bit of witch hazel to kind of keep the water purified, maybe like a teaspoon of witch hazel, and then put essential oil of your choice, and that's it. That's your body spray. It's really, really easy to do. So we've been talking about the oils that are in the kit, and hopefully you guys know this already, but deep in the kit, if you sort of pull this little secret compartment out, you'll see Stress Away is right in here, right? So Stress Away, oh my goodness. How many of you loved Stress Away when you first opened your kit? Oh, it smells amazing. Amazing. I absolutely love Stress Away. I wish there was smell-o-vision right now so that you guys could all smell it. So Stress Away was definitely by far my favorite oil out of the kit. I mean, I was like diffusing, I was putting it on, I was doing everything. You have the roll-on coming in your ear order. Yes, 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 I completely agree. You're wearing it now. Exactly. Yeah, and this is the really cool thing, which I'm sure many of you didn't really like it, Naomi. Interesting. Well, we all know this, right? Sometimes when you don't like the smell of an oil, that means you really, really need it. It's a hidden gem. So that's the little roller ball that comes in your kit. And that's exactly what I do is I have a Stress Away that I already have, and I've got the roller ball right on it. So that's the really convenient thing about doing that. You like the vanilla that's in here. Yes, I absolutely agree. It's your favorite. It's the first one that was gone. Exactly. Yeah, it's the lime and vanilla. When I smell Stress Away, it basically reminds me of like a margarita sitting on the beach, relaxing, and it's the lime. We all know this, right? Like the lime is very invigorating. It has a fantastic aroma. It's invigorating, yet, it sort of takes you away. It just smells really wonderful. Yes, I agree. It smells wonderful in the diffuser. It's also got Copaiba, Can we just get vanilla? You actually can't. That's a really good question. So there is vanilla absolute in Stress Away. So vanilla is really, really hard to create, to manufacture. And so Young Living does have vanilla, in some of their oil blends, and I think a few of their skincare products too. But it's really difficult and really hard to manufacture or to produce, and so unfortunately they don't have it available as a single oil, but you can get it in Stress Away in some of the beauty products. I believe there's another blend that has vanilla too, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But there is vanilla, and vanilla's great. I don't know if you guys know this, but vanilla just kind of like helps to relax and kind of helps you to kind of, settle down, makes you want to eat it, right? Well, did you know you could put Stress Away in your Ningxia Red? Have any of you tried that? I tried it with Lindsay Greenmont over at Homemade Mommy at convention last month, and I had never tried it before, and it was like delicious. It was kind of like it adds a little bit of that, margarita type flavor to your Ningxia Red. It's really delicious. And Stress Away actually is labeled as a dietary supplement, so you can definitely put it in your water. Yep. Exactly, your water, your Ningxia Red, it tastes really wonderful. I do personally like to wear it as perfume. Let me just tell you, if you've got a man who still wears cologne, tell him to wear Stress Away instead. I love the way Stress Away smells on a man. Is the vanilla supposed to be separate from the rest of the oil? I don't think I understand the question. There is vanilla in here, so you're all set, but vanilla is not available as like a single oil like to purchase. So like lime, for instance, is an oil that's in here, but lime is available for purchase. Copaiba and cedarwood are also two single oils that are available to purchase. In fact, Copaiba is in the new kit, but those are two oils that are in here as well. But unfortunately, vanilla is not available. You're giving your niece a sample and it dumped, and so you felt good for a while. Yes, I agree. Mine separates sometimes. Shake before using. I have not experienced that, but that's really interesting to hear from you. Yeah, I have not experienced the separation. You wear it in your diffuser necklace daily. I agree. I love the smell of it. And, for me personally, I love kind of muskier type scents. That's sort of like what I really like. So I love it as a perfume. But on my husband, like I was saying earlier, I was like, honey, come here. Let me just smell you. So it just smells really great, really good for, I think, inspiring romance. I love the way it smells on my husband. So the Copaiba that's in here, we all know Copaiba is fantastic. It helps with your body's sort of natural response to, stress and irritation. So really good. You put it on your husband all the time, Smile Piles. Cedarwood we know is fantastic. I love to diffuse cedarwood at night along with lime or orange. And cedarwood is just kind of a nice, relaxing, calming type oil. For me, I feel like it sort of helps to settle my mind a little bit, like when my mind's thinking about like 101 different things. You put it in your kids after they come home from school while you're making dinner and to help with homework. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So yeah, those are all the oils that are in cedarwood. So it's your husband stole it and brought it to nursing school to calm him down during class, right? I agree. But Stress Away smells really amazing. It smells amazing. It tastes great in your Ningxia Red or your water. You can diffuse it. Like I said, wear it as perfume or cologne. Put it on your kids, especially when they get home from school. Anytime you feel like you need to kind of de-stress, Stress Away is fantastic. Oh, here's another really cool thing that you can do with it. You could take an Epsom salt bath with it. So get a cup of Epsom salt, put a little bit of a carrier oil, like maybe 1 teaspoon, and then put a few drops of Stress Away and dump the whole thing in your bath. And then there you go. You've got a melt your stress away bath salts. You're going to have to put it in your water. Yeah, give it a try, Smile Piles. Some drops are brown, some aren't. I think that was the vanilla question. Got it. So we heard that, I think it was you who likes to shake it and to prevent the separation. So I haven't experienced that, so unfortunately I couldn't tell you. Epsom salt bath and lip gloss. That's a good idea. Make your own lip balm. Yesterday I had a beauty class and we did a body scrub. So we did brown sugar, again a little bit of like a carrier oil, like V6 would be great too. And then we added Stress Away in there, and so that's kind of like your all natural body scrub. So forget like the Bath and Body Works and all that other junk where there's tons of chemicals or it's expensive. You can make your own, just brown sugar, a little bit of a carrier oil, and Stress Away. I absolutely love Stress Away. What are some other cool uses that you guys like to use it for? If it goes out of stock, you need to stock up. Great idea for the body scrub. You like to diffuse it with lavender. Jennifer Writings, good idea. You like to mix it with Joy. Yep, I think Joy is fantastic too. You can't use V6 because it has wheat. Oh, I'm so sorry. So try it with like an almond oil or like a jojoba. Your husband shaves his head, and we're looking for an oil to add, so to coconut oil. We will try that. Yeah, this smells really wonderful. Coconut oil is another really good carrier oil. You're making for your teachers the body scrub. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So when it comes time for the holidays and you need to make teacher gifts, do the body scrub or the bath salts. Maybe you can make like a lavender lip balm. Yeah, like make a few different things, and you can get away with doing all of that, including the containers and all the ingredients. You could probably make everything for under $10 per teacher. Isn't that awesome? That's why I really love my essential oils is, you can do a lot of your stuff yourself, make a lot of, wonderful homemade gifts. But Stress Away is definitely one that I reach for when I'm making all these like homemade body products. Your father loves key lime pie. That's what, yes, it does, right? Stress Away does smell like key lime pie. Your daughter's Spanish teacher is oily, so she'll already love it. Mix with lavender and water to mist sheets. That's a great idea. And here's another one from Steph. Stress Away lavender on your pillow spray. Yep. I didn't really like Stress Away at first, but now I love it. Oh, just smile. I'm glad to hear that. Jennifer Writings likes to diffuse it with peppermint. Did you guys hear about this? Diffuse Stress Away and Pan Away. You would never think about doing that, right? Because you've got Pan Away, which has the wintergreen. So let me pull my Pan Away out. So when you diffuse these two together, guess what it smells like? A root beer float. Right? Who does not want to have a root beer float? So if you can't eat a root beer float, or you're trying to save the calories, you can diffuse it instead, and it smells wonderful. Jade Lemon is like key lime pie. Bren, that's great. We've got, what carrier would you use for a spray? So if I'm making a body spray, I probably wouldn't use a carrier oil. I would probably do water and a little bit of witch hazel, like maybe a teaspoon. Yep, I agree. And then put your oil, because the spray, the oil will kind of clog the nozzle, in my opinion. So I would just use water and a little bit of witch hazel, and then add my, my Stress Away. If I were making like more of like a body lotion, so you can make, for instance, coconut oil. You could even put a little beeswax if you wanted it to be extra nourishing, or just, a little coconut oil, almond oil. I wouldn't put it in a spray bottle. I'd probably put it in a bottle that has like a nozzle, like a pump, like a pump bottle so that I don't know, I feel like the oil comes out easier with that versus like a spray bottle, because the spray bottle, like the oil always gets stuck in there. So if you did that, or even just put it in like a little round container, you could then put, your coconut oil, your jojoba or whatever, and then add your Stress Away in there. So aloe juice, or I know you guys call it aloe. In Hawaii, we call it aloe. So adding Stress Away in your aloe juice, that could be really delicious. I have not tried that, but that could be really yummy. Like I said, Stress Away is labeled as a dietary supplement, so you could certainly do that. Okay, so what other cool uses do you like to use for your Stress Away? We had so many great things. I'm sending some to my nephew who just started law school. Yeah, your nephew could definitely use some Stress Away. I never thought about making body sprays. Jennifer Writings, you're going to have to make one. Yeah. Or again, with either you can make a body spray. It's really good for a body spray too. Any kind of citrus, in particular grapefruit. I love grapefruit just because it's very sort of invigorating. But again, the lime and Stress Away is wonderful too. But you can also get grapefruit essential oil and make that too. Another cool thing you can do is with your V6. So I know we had one viewer here who can't use V6, so you'll have to use another carrier oil instead. But in your V6, it's already in a pump bottle. Add a few drops of Stress Away in there, and boom, you've got it like a customized body lotion right there. How many drops for a spray? It depends on how big your spray bottle is. If you've got like a 1 to 2 ounce spray bottle, fill it with water. I would say maybe about 5 to 7 drops, but then you can kind of customize based on your own needs. You mixed with thieves when you went camping this weekend. Okay, great. You are one of my favorite scopers. I learned a lot about the oils from you. Oh, Brenda, that's so sweet. Thank you. Mwah. Lots of kisses to you. Great idea for the V6. Yeah, that's really awesome, right? So you can customize the V6. They do have other massage oils. I don't know if you guys missed it, but there is like a sensation. There is a Dragon Time. Have you ever thought like, I wish I could like bathe myself in Dragon Time? There's like a Dragon Time body lotion or body oil, like a massage oil, and there's a Dragon Time shower gel. So they already do have some of these already available, but again, if you want to customize it, there is no Stress Away one available. So if you want to customize it, get your V6 bottle and then add some Stress Away in there. When Stress Away is out of stock, what would you get to replace it? That is an excellent question. So for stress, what would I do instead? Let's see here. Excellent, excellent question. And I can't even remember the last time Stress Away went out of stock. I've been with Young Living for almost 2 years now. The other thing that I really like is Joy too. And Joy is not in the kit anymore. And I'm kind of sad because I really love Joy. But for me, yeah, that's true. Get another kit when it goes out of stock. That is very true. You can just get another kit. Oh, you know what would be good? So yeah, Grounding or Joy. You know what? It's another good one. Is Tranquil. Tranquil actually does go out of stock fairly often. Peace and Calming, yes, I would agree. Peace and Calming would be good too, but of course Peace and Calming is out of stock right now. You can get Peace and Calming too. I have personally not tried Peace and Calming too. I do have a little bit of the sample packets of Peace and Calming, so when I really, really need it, that's when I use it. Yeah, Tranquil's out of stock. It was back in stock for like a month and then it went out of stock again, so I know it's really tough. But here's something else that you could do. I think the reason why Tranquil is out of stock is I believe Roman Chamomile. It's the Roman Chamomile, but Roman Chamomile and Lavender. So out of the kit, if you had no Stress Away, lavender is a really good stress reducer too. I love lavender. I put it, it just sort of helps to calm me down, helps to promote relaxation. So out of the kit, I would say definitely lavender. But if you haven't tried Joy, Joy is awesome. And I think the name is sort of a misnomer because you're like, oh, it's going to make you kind of like crazy joyous, right? For me, I am not a morning person. And so I like to kind of like, get going and, wake up and have my morning tea. And Joy just kind of helps to restore that sort of, feeling of like, okay, I can do this and, I'm ready to take on the world. But for me, it also helps to reduce stress too. I just saw a comment that said lavender and cedarwood. I think that is an excellent combination. So you've got lavender in your kit. I personally love cedarwood, and that is an oil that I would recommend outside of your kit, and it's a pretty inexpensive oil too. Let's see, you can still get older kits. How do you get older kits? At least not from Young Living, right? You agree, Joy is very special. Cedarwood is amazing. And yeah, Joy does help to distress me too. I really love it. You like to diffuse Joy at night to help wake you up and not be stressed. Yeah, for me, I don't find that it sort of makes me like, crazy hyper. It's more like I just sort of, like the grumpiness kind of goes away because like I said, I'm not a morning person. Yes, from Young Living. Yeah, I haven't heard how you can get the older kits. Grounding helps my son. Yep, I like Grounding too. Love cedarwood. So yeah. Oh, are you saying the Everyday Oils kit? I'm thinking that might be the only way you can do it. But as far as the Premium Starter Kit, which comes with the diffuser, it is with the current set of oils. So Jennifer writing, so yeah, if you're just getting, like the old Everyday Oils kit, it's just like that kit of 10 oils. It sounds like you can still get some of those old oils in there. But honestly, I would just buy Joy separately because then you get the big 15 milliliter bottle, and honestly, that'll probably last you like 6 months. And I do use Joy daily too. But we had a lot of great suggestions here. So when Stress Away goes out of stock, here are some great suggestions. I'll do kind of a quick roundup. You've got lavender in your kit. You can get cedarwood. I personally like Tranquil. I know Tranquil just went out of stock, but that's another really good de-stressor. Let me tell you, I had 3 of my kids at Universal Studios, and it was like, we were walking all day and we were standing in line. It was like the end of a very, very long day, and dinner just took a long time. And I had my Tranquil on me, and I was like, oh man, I need this Tranquil. I was like trying to put it on all over the place. So Tranquil is a really good substitute for Stress Away, but I know it's out of stock right now. But what else? We talked about Joy as being a nice stress reliever too. I really like Joy, and it's sort of, just helps to, boost your mood. Patchouli, yes, patchouli is great. Patchouli is one of the main ingredients that's in Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is another favorite oil that I have, but of course that one's out of stock. They do have Peace and Calming too, so you can get that instead. But yeah, use lavender out of the kit. You've already got that. But cedarwood's another good one that you can add to. And honestly, you should have cedarwood anyway because lavender and cedarwood, when you diffuse the two together, fantastic. That's usually what I diffuse in my kids' room at night. Patchouli is good. Yeah, I like patchouli. And did you guys know, I did a beauty class yesterday, patchouli is good to kind of target in this area. You just put a little bit of oil in your hand, like maybe 1 to 2 drops, and you just put it right over here. And I'm telling you, after, a couple of weeks to a month, you'll definitely notice a difference. It's great for the skin. That was something that I learned about patchouli too. Yep. They should make a Stress Away peels, right? They should. I like those new essential oil peels. Those are really cool. Yep. But yeah, so Stress Away, awesome, fantastic. Copa is another really good one too. You love the beauty class setup. Oh, good. I'm glad that you were able to catch it. It's still available. So if any of you are interested in figuring out how to set up a beauty class, I recorded it really late last night, but it should still be available on Periscope. And of course, you can go to catch.me and watch it as well. Yeah, Naomi, patchouli is good for this sort of eye area. And you know what? Patchouli is, and I can't remember which art line product it's in. Maybe it's in the serum or the moisturizer, but it is in one of the, patchouli is in one of the products there too. So Copa Eba, wow, yep, didn't know. So you watched it this morning as you were getting ready. The beauty class scope was worth staying up for. I felt really bad for you East Coasters. I'm really sorry. But that's the nice thing about Periscope is that you can tune in anytime you want. And then once that 24-hour period is over, you can still catch it over on catch.me. Yep, so do a beauty class. It was so much fun. And like I said last night, it was late. I'm sorry, you guys, but I wanted to still do it while I had the whole setup going on. But yeah, we had a couple of people who were adamant about not wanting to get involved with oils. So I didn't even focus on the oils in the beginning. I just focused on the art line and natural skincare products. But then I started weaving in, oh, you can use Frank for, to help you with your skin, and you can use patchouli, and you can use this and use that. And by the end of the class, they were like, oh, how do I get the oils too? So again, you just sort of never know. And these were two people who I thought they're never going to get on board. And they, you know what, they're very interested. They're like, give me samples. I want to take it home. I want to try it. And you know what? The one oil that they really loved was Stress Away because they were going to use it on their husband. Sangria spa class. And yeah, anytime you have sangrias, anytime you just say, I have a sangria and spa class, people are just going to show up because they want those sangrias. I know people are funny with the oils. It's a good sneak attack with the PSK. I agree. And I kept trying to like infuse the PSK, and I was like, here's your warm washcloth that I used with RC. And you can make a body scrub with, peppermint and Stress Away. So I kept trying to like infuse and talk. And I was like, if you do nothing else with the kit, use your Frank and use your lavender for your skin. And it's awesome. So they loved it. They were all about it. And in particular, I don't know if I addressed it last night in the Periscope video, but if you have friends who have teenagers who are just starting to go through, like skin changes, right? Like I went through it too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my skin's crazy right now. We had a teenager who was there yesterday too. It was because her mom didn't want to do, conventional products. She wanted to look for more natural options. So that's a really good, way to kind of get people in and talk about the skincare products first. Lead with the products first because not everyone wants to do it yourself, right? No, not everybody wants to make their own stuff. So lead with like the art line or maybe the thieves line and then start talking about the oils. Do you use Stress Away neat on my skin? No, I personally don't. I use it more for like perfume. So I have not used it direct on my skin. So your 16-year-old daughter has trouble with her skin. Yeah, you know what? The art line is amazing. I really love it. And as they've labeled it, it is sort of great for all skin types. In particular for mature skin, which is what I have. If you're 35 and older and have mature skin. But oils are great for teen skin challenges. YL6181, way to keep it above it, the wellness line. Huge thumbs up for you. Thank you. But yeah, the beauty class was awesome, and it was a great way to kind of infuse the oils and talk about everything. And I'm going to post my recipe, the sangria recipe, on my blog soon, so definitely check it out. I'll post it sometime this week, but I used grapefruit and lemon oil to infuse my sangria. Orange Blossom was wonderful. Yep. And Orange Blossom, I had the little foaming pump bottle, and so I showed them how to really stretch their dollar with that. Your skin has become so much brighter, Nancy, since you've been using oils. Yep, and the washcloth was awesome. That made it feel like a total spa because I was like, I opened my crock pot and I'm like, here's your warm washcloth, that has this wonderful eucalyptus scent. So they loved it. They absolutely loved it. It felt like a real spa day. And it was really fun to do too, to kind of connect with everybody. And sangrias can't hurt. Everybody loves sangrias. And if you have a class where you can't do alcohol, make faux sangrias. You can still do it with juice. Do fresh herbs and infuse it with your essential oils. Yeah, it's fantastic. Orange Blossom along with the mint scrub is amazing. That was the only thing I didn't have last night was the mint scrub, and I wish I had had it. Yep, crockpot idea was awesome. Yep. If you guys haven't seen that video from Melissa Pepping where she does the whole beauty school setup, it's great inspiration. I highly encourage you to go check it out. Did you say the scope was last night, should be saved to catch. Yes, it will be saved to catch. It should still be available on Periscope because I did record it pretty late, like about 9 p.m. So if you catch it anytime before 9 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard, it should still be available, or you can just go to catch.me and watch it. If I have some time, I'll try to get it up on YouTube as well. Could you make a mint scrub with sugar for the face? You know, I haven't really experimented with it yet. You probably could. My skin is very, very sensitive. So I find that things that I would use on my body, I cannot use on my face because it just is so sensitive. Like I'll just, you know, it'll just be crazy. So I would rather sort of leave it to Young Living. I really love the art line, and I've heard wonderful things about the mint satin the scrub. I just haven't gotten it yet. So I would definitely encourage you to do that instead. Yep. That's you, sensitive skin. Has anybody tried sugar? Yeah, it's too harsh. Even if you get the fine grain, it's just too harsh. I cannot use body products on my skin. My skin is way too sensitive. And the cool thing about the that satin mitten scrub is they don't, you know, like those apricot scrubs, right? It basically scratches your face. Basically, the mint scrub is made with jojoba beads, which are really, really gentle for your skin. Yeah, makes sense, right? It's really gentle and it's biodegradable, so it breaks down. It doesn't sort of like, you know, clog up, you know, lakes and streams and everything. Okay, so if that's it, you only use it twice a week. Okay, Photo Bomber is here. Do you guys have any other questions about Stress Away? All right, no other questions? He's here. He's like, my mom's been gone too long recording these videos. Okay, if you don't have any other questions, keep tuning in. He is a cutie. I'll definitely keep him. If you guys don't have any other questions, make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're going to continue on this series until October 1st. October 1st is the last day, and that's when I'm going to be announcing the winner of our giveaway challenge. So someone's going to get a diffuser, and I'll announce it then. So thanks, you guys, for tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, have a great